Welcome to GrowthCast, the podcast where we explore the latest in web design, digital marketing, and business growth strategies. I'm Carrie Roseman, VP of Operations here at The Digital, an award-winning web design and digital marketing agency based in Raleigh, North Carolina. Today, I'm excited to introduce special guests from Sensei 2.0, Ashish Roy and Chris Dodd. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hey, Carrie, good morning, and thank you so much for this invite. We are very happy to be on this podcast.
Wonderful. Thank you. At The Digital, we're always looking for ways to help our clients succeed. And we've recently partnered with Sensei 2.0 because we believe in their CRM and their 3D builder tool. We like their integrations with WordPress and HubSpot, and we highly recommend Sensei to all our metal building clients. So Ashish, can you kick us off by telling us a bit about how you started Sensei 2.0?
It's a journey of one day at a time and one step at a time. And that's how we started working in the corporate industry. We were, back in the day, almost 10 years back, we were just offering marketing services for the industry. When we talk to our clients in that industry, since it's a BTO, a built to order industry, there's a huge need for them to, everyone, whether it's the customer or the dealer or the manufacturer or even the installer, want to see what it is like, right? What is it that's being built? Where is the gable end of the building versus where is the side of the building? Everybody has their own terminology. So a lot of marketing success led us to investigate the further options of visual representation. And that's when we decided to come up with a software solution that will be based on cutting edge technology. But technology is going to be only a part of it. The bigger part of it would be the love and the expertise of the industry that it has provided to us. So we wanted to build some business logic. And we built it all on top of great 3D configurator, which used React.js, and it also used 3J identification platforms to build the first leading 3D configurator in the industry. But like I said, one thing leads to another and another to another. And when we launched this industry leading configurator, it was not enough because yes, the leads increased. Yes, the stickiness of the website increased manifold. But then what happened was the clients needed somewhere to store all this lead data. They wanted to edit these orders. They wanted to convert the codes into orders, preserve all the information, and the solutions out there are like the HubSpots of the world and Zohos of the world and Keeps and Monday.coms. Well, they are phenomenal tools, and I personally am a fan of all those tools. I think it's important to understand that most of the clients in the outdoor building industry don't even use 90% of the functionality that comes inbuilt. So customization was the key, and then is when we launched the Sensei Connect system. The CRM and the configurator are connected to each other. And then that leads for us to still build functionality on top of each other, like auto management, payment integration, website integration through WordPress, through React, and also integrations with the other platforms. So yes, it's been a whirlwind journey. I would say we are almost 6 years into making with Sensei. We are improving every single day, and with 300 plus live configurators, this is the trusted tool for the industry. And thank you to Digital for endorsing us as well.
My pleasure. What a great story. Thank you. Chris, would you like to go into the different product lines and the core features?
Yes, of course. So here at Sensei, like he said, we do have the 3D configurator and the CRM that's together. So some of our key features are lead and order management, mail templates, a compare feature with the new graphics of 3JS with Sensei 2.0 that just released, being able to do some of the small things like add and take away header fees when you're on the side of a building. Those are little things, but those are big for the accuracy of orders. And one of our biggest things here is being accurate with our pricing and ensuring that we are a solution not only for dealers, but both manufacturers alike. And then we've also built in order sharing feature that will allow the manufacturer to be able to communicate with the customer and the dealer at the same time to cut down on phone calls and really be able to focus on getting those buildings out in a timely manner and making sure that, we get those floor plans over accurately to the shop. And then one piece of communication leads to the other to make sure that the clients and the customers are getting the best out of the industry.
Excellent. I was talking to a metal building business owner the other day, and he said that with Sensei, he can run his entire business from his website, all of it from getting the lead. Someone comes to the website and configures their building right on the site, and then it goes to them and they can fulfill it, handle the whole sale from beginning to end with the Sensei product implemented on their website.
So true, Kerry. And then one of the features that and it's one of the huge benefits, we call it the K-Link. And that K-Link basically is an inventory or a code created in Sensei, can be published on your website or on your email marketing email when you send out marketing emails, or on your Facebook page. And anybody just hits that link, they will open Sensei's configurator, which we gave to the manufacturer or to the dealer. And every time this happens, so you're creating building once, and then it's replicated by hundreds of people. And, that's like a stepping stone. And it's not a very basic stepping stone. So we are not saying, hey, we just designed a shelf for you, now go ahead and design a complete building out of it. What we are saying is, we designed a beautiful building. Perhaps the dealer sold an awesome building. Manufacturer is already proud of a building. So all buildings that you are proud of, select all those buildings, publish them anywhere where you want. Let people see those design inspirations, and then take those design inspirations as the base for designing anything that they want from there on. So that feature is something which we are very, very proud of. And we are, like Chris said, constantly evolving to keep up the pace with the pace of the industry. And the more this industry becomes complicated, the more Sensei is going to become complicated. The challenge for us is to keep the front end, the experience simple, while all the logic is handled at the back end, on the database, on the coding side, and the interaction of the database with the coding. So users still see a beautiful experience. Very soon, they should be able to work with the dealer, where there's going to be a link on video, like we are having this podcast, and the dealer and the end user will be able to share their screen and design everything right there. The dealer can rotate the building, go inside the building, show it off all. These are the things that we are very proud of. The sales is becoming easier and easier in this industry. Keeping up with the manufacturing side of it is very tough and very important. That's why we developed the notification system. That's why we developed the sharing feature, so that once the dealer has done their job, they can then easily share the designs, the configurations in form of the whole display of the order, the parts of the order, the 2D visuals of the order with the manufacturer, and all this happens instantly. And the team from Sensei of 8 people just works on updating all the 160 manufacturers that we have. Imagine, their hands are always full. They have so much on their plate that all they do is update the pricing and keep it recent and keep it latest. Now, the manufacturer checks all these orders, and then they send it to their shop. If they ever see that there is a problem with an order in terms of pricing or in terms of configuration, they send it back to the dealer, and the dealer and the manufacturer both get notified that, hey, this is where the order is. So there's no confusion. Until now, this industry has been marred by, facts and, communication errors and trying to get hold of someone else. And that's the problem that we are trying to solve, so that the whole industry gets a great reputation. Everyone is very hardworking in this industry. Now with technology, we are trying to solve that little communication problem, which is going to elevate it to the real status that this industry has.
Well, since this is a video podcast, can you walk us through a demo of it so we can take a look at it?
Yes, of course. I would love to. All righty. So as we get into the program, this here is going to be your dashboard. It's going to house all of the data from the things that the leads that you create, the orders that you create and send over to your manufacturers, as well as any integrations that you may have with your Facebook and or Google, where you can integrate your lead form ads to come directly into your Sensei as a source to distribute leads to your sales representatives. It's going to collect all of that data from the different things that you do within the program, and it's going to produce you some results that you can filter out in different and specific time dates and ranges. And it's going to tell you, first and foremost, your total revenue for the month. And then it's going to tell you your average revenue per order, average revenue per customer. And then it kind of follows you along with the chart, so you can see how much you sold on each day and which days were good. And then it's going to tell you which source that you were able to produce the amount of money based off the time range that you have. So your source is selected either when creating a lead in Sensei. As such, when you go to create a lead, and you choose your source here. If it was a call in or a referral from a different customer or different things like that, you manually select your source. And however, if you are integrated within Facebook or Google or your 3D estimator that is on your website, it will automatically show you those as your Facebook, your Google, or your website as your estimator leads, your 3D estimator. So it's going to kind of show you where you are at for the month and how most of, your orders came in. So you'll be able to take that data and say, hey, we had a really good month on Google. Looks like it's starting to pick up. I may want to add more of my marketing budget into Google into the following month so I can capitalize off of our success from the previous month. It's going to put that all there in front of you. It's going to show you your total revenue by manufacturers. It'll show you the percentage of orders you send to each manufacturer, as well as the amount that you've sent to each manufacturer here on that dashboard. Wherein it's going to tell you the total revenue by state. Sometimes as a dealer, you will sell for a manufacturer in certain states and then maybe a different manufacturer that doesn't cover those same states. Sometimes there are some overlapping where certain manufacturers cover the same states. But this is just kind of showing you, hey, had a really good month on Google, and then I also had a really good month in Alabama. Then I can take the comprising data and maybe look and see if a lot of those Google ads were sold there, or Google leads were sold there in Alabama. And I may want to boost more in Alabama to capitalize off of that success we had in the previous month. And it'll break down some more of the data as your orders, with leads, as well as invoices. And this is important because you can go here and get a collective overview. If you have created a order and it'll bring converted it over, got it signed, and you sent it out for signature, and you created an invoice at the end of the week, you can look and see if any of those invoices are unpaid. Then you can go back and see if the customer decided not to move forward with the order, or you can follow up to make sure they didn't have any issues and get those invoices paid. One of my big key features here is the team performance. Marketing is a big part of this industry. And, some people have very large budgets when it comes to marketing. So when you're spending the money for marketing and leads to come in, you want to ensure that your sales representatives are working the leads and making sure that they're not having any issue with the leads. So as you go in, any individual user that you have for your company will be listed here in this drop down. It'll comprise with the same date range that you've selected here. This will allow you to see how many leads have been assigned, how many leads are been worked, and how many leads are unattended. So I'll switch over to a different training account that has more data for us to look into. And we can go and do this here. And when I go to team performance, it gives you a little bit more data. So if I was to choose Sensei Digital here, it shows 50 leads were assigned, 14 were worked on, and 34 are unattended. It's also going to show me the data of how many deals they closed, the average conversion rate, on average conversion time, and the total amount of revenue generated between the date ranges that we have selected. Unattended leads can mean multiple things. It can mean that the lead was never worked, it was never touched, or it can mean that they forgot to change the lead stage. Every lead in Sensei, no matter where it comes from, Google, Facebook, manually input, or your 3D estimator, will be coming in as a new lead until it has been selected and worked upon. So when you click on the unattended leads, it'll take you into the CRM side of things. And you can actually go in and see, okay, this is a new lead. When I click here, I start to look for data. I want to see if there's any notes with a date and a timestamp. Then I want to go down. I can see here, quotes have been sent out with date and timestamps. And I can see the email communications have been sent out to this particular lead. So it looks like this lead has been worked and someone is working on it. And I check the logs. They just simply forgot to change your lead stage. So just make sure they go in, select the lead stage. They can have any notes. They can create a task for themselves, call someone back. You can put your description there, get notified in app 15 or 30 minutes prior, text and email notifications. And you can go in, select the date of the callback, select the time of the callback, and make sure that you don't forget any customer. Make sure you can call them back and follow up. Really. So they just forgot to change the lead stage. So we'll change it, and that will automatically, the lead has now been worked or started to be worked upon. So if someone is looking over their sales reps at the end of the week to make sure the leads are being worked, this is kind of some of the things that I look at to make sure that leads are being worked. So That's what I really like about the dashboard here with the team performance.
Yeah, it's very nice. It looks kind of similar to HubSpot, but it's very specific to your industry. And, it looks very user friendly. Every metal building owner I've worked with here at The Digital I haven't heard anybody say that they didn't like Sensei. Anybody who uses it has loved it. And they're not all very tech savvy either. So that's a testament to your program being very user friendly.
Awesome.
Program is very user friendly, and that's something that we always want to focus on. In the beginning, it can be very overwhelming, but we definitely prize ourselves on the customer service, following up, and the training on the program, making sure that when we take time to train someone, that they get a good grasp of the program. Now, we do understand that you won't remember everything from day one. We do have YouTube tutorial videos, and we're working on a new line of videos to come out now. But all of our key features, new features, and things that come out, we like to do new videos that are short, between 2 and 3 minutes, to make sure that we go over each individual step, no matter if you're an online dealer, a law dealer, or a manufacturer, to make sure that you have resources, not just including us, to be able to follow along with the program and answer any questions that you may have.
I like that you can invoice right from this too. Does it integrate with QuickBooks, or how does it handle the invoicing?
Invoicing is a beautiful part of this application, Carrie, and we have integrated with the 7 payment gateways right now. QuickBooks is going to be the next in line, but with QuickBooks, we'll be doing way much more than what we are doing right now. You will be able to send the data of the customer and the payment that you receive here directly to QuickBooks. Alternatively, you can just integrate your QuickBooks account, and whatever gateway is set up there can be utilized here. And in that case, Sensei will not be doing the processing. So there are multiple ways in which we will be setting QuickBooks up. And I can tell you the good thing is that it's coming in a couple of weeks, not months for sure. The current system lets you integrate with Stripe, with Converge, Paytrace, Square, and a couple of other gateways as well. And you can even round robin between these. If you are a big dealer who does a lot of orders and you don't want to put everything on one processor, then you can choose whichever processor you want, sign up the account with them, and then just enter your credentials here and you are good to go. The good thing is anything that you integrate with your website through Sensei can also be checked out. So if you are a customer or a website visitor who wants to put down a deposit on a building that you really like, some of our clients have opted for a semi-configurator kind of a setting as well, where we can just click the building and modify it a little, and then that building is ready for checkout. We typically recommend this for up to 30 whites, nothing beyond, because engineering plays a big, huge role when it comes to any commercial size buildings. But up to 30 whites, we are pretty confident that our pricing is solid and spot on. And any website visitor would like to order it, there are 2 ways. You can either just authorize their credit card, or you can go ahead and charge them for the deposit if they agree to. Both ways are available, and then the dealers can still go through the order to make sure everything is in place before the order is sent.
Nice. Sounds like you've thought of everything.
We have tried to.
We definitely have.
One of the beautiful that we are now coming up as an extension of this ordering is discounting. Discounting is very prevalent in the industry. And while we already have some discounting, we are elaborating the system and making it robust so that anyone who wants to run a discount in one state or a multitude of states, they should be able to do that. Or if they want to discount the building's price beyond a particular dollar amount at a particular percentage, or combine state with the buildings, offer freebies like a free door or a free window. It's really comprehensive, and it's going out live towards the end of the year. And this discount will act as one more sticky tool in the arsenal of all the sticky tools that Sensei already has.
We have a client who is already a HubSpot user. And if they've used HubSpot for years and they don't really want to switch, or they want to use both, I think I would recommend using both, because with Sensei, you can process the order. It works directly with the 3D builder. Can we have Sensei be sending data to HubSpot as well, just so that they can also get their contacts in there if they already have lots of email workflows and things like that in HubSpot?
Definitely. Email workflows and sometimes setting up the sequences in HubSpot is an awesome tool for doing automated marketing. And if you have custom rules already in place and you want this data set from the configurator or from the K-links to be imported there. We do integration. It used to be a custom integration, and some of our competitors, in fact, do charge for that integration. We don't. If you are a HubSpot user and you want the customer record to be created as a contact in HubSpot and the details of the code added as a deal in HubSpot and every revision going in as an updated deal in HubSpot, we got you. We do the full integration. We have already developed an API in-house, which our developers work on, and they map each and every parameter, right from your down payment to your total order value, value of your components, the customer identifier information, everything and all of that is posted in the HubSpot account, where it becomes a new lead and a deal is added, and you can have custom rules for emailing. So you can send different messages to commercial customers as opposed to sending to mom and pops who want, a small garage in their backyard.
Right. Very nice. Can we also talk about the 3D builder? So we primarily build WordPress websites for our middle building clients, and then we embed the 3D builder. Could you show the audience what the 3D builder looks like and talk briefly about how it can be integrated with WordPress?
Definitely. We'd love to show that on the screen here, Perry. The most beautiful thing about using WordPress is it's simple, but it's very effective. It can be integrated. It can be expanded to the needs of client. We are very, very embedded with WordPress ecosystem. And the good thing is that Sensei's team takes at the most, if you are a dealer, we don't take more than 3 to 4 days to give you your configurator link or to give your website designer your configurator link. If you're a manufacturer, it usually takes between 3 to 5 weeks, depending upon how complex the price books are. But now it kind of happens at the snap of the finger, and we have a strong testing team who tests everything. So the manufacturer does not have to spend a lot of time testing and making sure that they tell us the basics. We are all now kind of semi-experts in this industry. This is the configurator, which we lovingly call Sensei 2.0, because it's a huge upgrade over what we used to have. We have done a lot of changes to this. Everything, like I said, on the right side, the configuration panel is built in a library called React. That's a JavaScript library. And on the left side, we have 3JS. And everything is built using 3-fiber, which means the components like the doors or the windows that you see on this building are a part of that configuration. They are not external objects, which means nothing external loads in this configurator, which in turn improves the speed. And you can see well-defined truss systems, well-defined roof lines. The trim is perfect. Complexity of the configurator includes adding storages, moving storages, adding lean-tos, moving lean-tos, adding insulation to a part of the building, just the center or the covered spaces or the lean-tos. And one of the most beautiful features of this configurator is if you are a dealer, you can price compare against multiple manufacturers. So let's say if you are selling buildings big time in North Carolina and you work with multiple manufacturers, you can go ahead and check the prices of up to 3 manufacturers here. And if for any reason the manufacturer that you started with is not the one that you want to choose because of low price or better service, you don't have to rebuild that code. You just hit the select button there and you should be able to choose the manufacturer that you want to price with and send the order to. So a lot of features and functionality has been built in. You can design commercials, you can design bonds, utilities, carpet style buildings, garages, all verticals. And very soon they will also be able to design the L and the T-shaped buildings as well. So manufacturers who are building that and are proud of that, we should have that available very soon as well.
Wow, that's really impressive. You were talking earlier about how a dealer can prepare some of their favorite buildings and then embed those specific buildings on the site so that people can just select one rather than having to build one from scratch.
Exactly, Kerry. So there are 2 ways of doing it. One is through something called an inspiration gallery or a gallery feature in the configurator. I'm not sure if it's available in this account or not. It's a test account, but you see a gallery button and that gallery can have multiple other buildings. So rather than starting with a carport or a garage or a commercial building, you can start from a template of up to 20 buildings. And then the second feature is that you can use a building URL, like I said, a K-link, and embed it anywhere on the website. And a lot of our clients use that feature. So you can pick up any building from the quote or the inventory module of Sensei and use it embedded on anywhere on your website.
I love that feature. And how would a dealer go about finding these inspirational buildings?
So they can design their buildings and can keep that, or we can help them design those buildings. or if they had previously sent any orders to their manufacturers for buildings which were exceptionally beautifully designed and delivered, we can use those buildings as well. But our team is always ready to support and help the dealers achieve the results that they want with Sensei.
I think it would be nice if somebody is really happy with their metal building and you get a review from that person and then embed the link to the exact building that they bought. It could be a Facebook ad or just a testimonial on your website. And if people hear the story and love the pictures of the building in the wild, and then they could just click it and buy it.
Exactly. And that's what this tool does. So when you are quoting as a dealer, you can select up to 20 quotes, whichever ones are of your choice, and then just push them as a key link on your website or on your email marketing. That's exactly the idea behind it. So when people are really happy, those are the buildings that need to be publicized.
Love it. What an impressive tool. So how would you implement this on WordPress?
Yes. So we take care of the basics on marketing through GTM tagging, the Google Tag Manager, and identifying all the variables which would attribute through UTM source parameters to your campaigns. So we can tag your URLs and identify where a user is coming from. So you're spending money on Facebook or on Google. When they land on your configurator, we will be able to decipher and send that information to your Sensei that, hey, this campaign or this ad group within this campaign is what sent this visitor who actually ended up buying from you. So we track the whole journey. And this link is very simple. It is provided to the website designer. Like I said, we host it two ways. You can have it as a subdomain on sensei3d.com, but a lot of our clients want it as a subdomain on their own website. So we can do something like designer.abcbuildings.com or configurator.xyzcarports.com, even as a subdirectory as well. So if you want it on abcbuildings.com/designer, we can do that as well. So the choice is yours. You want to do a subdomain, a subdirectory, or have it on sensei3d.com. Always are possible with Sensei.
Okay. So the configurator needs to be in one of the places you just mentioned, but you could also embed a particular building on a WordPress page, right?
Yes.
They click on that building and then it takes them to the ordering or to the configurator.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
And that's been a big key feature for us. Implementing those on the website. A lot of your top buildings for your dealers, they like to implement them and show the buildings that they've been able to sell on their website. They can build that same building in their inventory module here in Sensei and create the K-link from that building embedded in the picture or in the tag on the website. And when you click on it, it takes you to that exact design. You're able to, if you want to add windows or take them away or a different size garage door, still be able to customize that building and make it your own. And then once you save it, it will go into that dealer's leads as a new lead, and it will not alter the link for the original building. So as many customers as you would like can go in there and, design a different building based off of a model you sold and make it their own.
That's great.
Some of the features that I was showing here and the 3D designer, some of the things that we've added since the launch of 2.0, you are now able to slide the lean-tos and place them wherever you would like. That was a big request that we had received a lot of times. And something else is just that we haven't even pointed out yet. Whenever you're going in and want to verify pricing with some of these manufacturers, we do have it where the most recent pricing guides can be selected from within Sensei, and they will pull up on your screen. And so you can verify pricing right away. And then you can tell when you're on a leg or a component. So whenever I move it off of the leg and pull off of the leg, it goes away. And I can see that the price is $330. And whenever I put it on a leg, and that will add that header fee. And now the door price has changed. So that was a big key feature to help improve our accuracy, and along with the installation module that we've created custom. When you create custom, you can choose your center wall, your lean-tos and different things. And if you don't want to insulate the full building or just the roof, say you're going to be building in a bathroom and you want to insulate the left wall and the roof and the back wall, so you can just do the bathroom, you can just do that. So that was something that we just recently implemented to make sure that we have custom options and we can get you the design that you're looking for. So you can put different installation types on the different sides of the building And that was really huge for our customers as well.
Impressive. We have some top-notch developers.
We have a great team. Very, very proud to work with the team that we have. We have really good communication, and we're able to always bring the clients' requests and make them a priority and get them done in a timely manner. Now, there's sometimes where it's something that we do not have in Sensei that a client is requesting for a certain reason. We will give them an accurate timeline, and we will, try to get that worked out and bring it to life for them here on the 3D Designer.
Very nice.
So I will go through, just really quickly, got a building here, and we'll go ahead and save this building. This is where you select your source estimator, and we'll just we'll go ahead and save a quote. And it takes it a few minutes because at this time, we didn't take any pictures of the building. The designer is going to go ahead and it's going to capture different angles of the building for you to include in the quote and the order as you send it over to your lead. So we get here and we just go and it takes us back into the CRM. We get view quote and it takes us here into that particular profile. And it's as simple as if you need to send it to the customer, you email it to them here. Everything's already attached and you just hit send. And now your customer will get your quote at the click of a couple of buttons. They call you back and they want to move forward with the order. It's as simple as just hitting convert to order. Convert it to order. Select any manufacturer. Shows you what's going to be on the contract. And you save and generate at the click of a button. Actually, let me choose an actual contract form so you can see it. And this will go on your manufacturer's contract form at the click of a button. Now everything is here with all the information that is collected. I'll put them on the contract forms with the terms and agreements, land level agreements, anything that the manufacturer would like to send out. It'll automatically add those here along with the pictures of the building. It includes the 2D floor plan with the legend. So that helps the manufacturer when they receive it. Now that we've done that, you share the order. You can send it for signatures right away. And for this purpose, you can hit send and they can sign it. I'll show you what that looks like for the customer side. They'll get their contract. They will be able to view everything that we sent over to them, review it, make sure everything is good to them. At the click of a button, we've already made it to where everything will be mapped out based off each individual manufacturer's contract form and anything that they have attached to their contract form to ensure that every page is signed and initialed in the right spot. And one signature and one set of initials adds everything exactly where it goes. So this will capture the IP address and, all the information based off of who signed the contract. And it's simple. After you've done that, it automatically updates on the Sensei side and it lets you know that it's been signed by a customer. Now you need to collect your money. Invoice template, you just generate your invoice. Now, once you generate the invoice, you can send the customer the invoice. This is what they'll receive, an unpaid invoice, and it'll have a click here to pay. They can click it on their screen. Here, this is a training one. I don't have a credit card set up to this one, but they just click a button that pops up here. And it pops up on their screen for them to enter their card number and all their information, and they can make that deposit payment right away. Yep. And that's something that we worked really hard on. I'll go ahead and put in the deposit amount as a cash payment. So you can see that the system automatically take this as a paid invoice, and you can see that your client will get, or your customer will get, a paid invoice showing their payment. And then the last thing that's left to do, and they will get it to the manufacturer. And this will display the share order feature that we have. You share the order. You select the manufacturer that you're going to send it to. Sensei Digital is our training manufacturer. You can leave a note for the manufacturer. And if you want to attach more files, everything for the contract's already there, but I can add in my invoice. And if I would have already had the site photos, like I stated in this note, I would just click here on the customers tab where I've downloaded it into the customer's profile and add it here from my computer. And I can send that right over to the manufacturer. And this is where the real communication begins between the dealer, the client, and the manufacturer. It's signed. It leaves a date and a timestamp with my note. And it says pending. The reason it's pending is because it's waiting for the manufacturer to accept the order. We switch over to the manufacturer profile. We get to the manufacturer profile. In their orders, all orders that have previously been worked on or have been accepted will be here. And in your new orders tab, here's where you'll see it. They'll always hit view details. And as a manufacturer, they have the option to request, revision, reject, or accept the order. They will be able to see your note. They're able to go down and verify all pricing. They're able to see the photos of the building, the floor plan, and they'll be able to click here and make sure the contract is signed and everything's good to go. As we previously seen, this whole contract was signed. Now they can request a revision, reject, or accept. But at the moment they accept your order, it sends your customer a notification, an email notification stating that the manufacturer has now accepted the order, and you'll be getting a courtesy call within 1 to 2 business days or 24 to 48 hours. We just hit accept. Now this is where the real communication begins between the manufacturer and the dealer. Anytime the manufacturer is moving along with your order and they change the order stage, we'll just say site specifics, and they can assign it to a person internally on the manufacturer side. This box here is for internal communication of the manufacturer. If they want to leave a note for the dealer, they put it here, and your customer will just receive an email notifying you exactly what stage your order's in and let you know that it's moving along on the manufacturer side between them.
So the customer's in the loop the whole time without the dealer even having to do anything.
Yes, ma'am. And for some reason, if they don't receive them, we just always notify the dealer if a customer reaches out to them and they haven't received any updates. Please check their spam folder, but they can also log in on their side and give any pertinent updates that are needed without having to reach out to the manufacturer. Now, sometimes you will still have to reach out to the manufacturer if it's something specific that you need. But our goal here was to cut down on the amount of times that you have to reach out and get an update for your customer. I'll just do that here. And then we go ahead and hit save. And it leaves the notes and everything here for the dealer. It sent the customer an email. And then when you go back to the dealer side here and they want to check on their orders, their most recent order will always be up top. So we can click here, or you can see the notifications that it was accepted and you can click into the notification, but they were both there. And it tells you sent, it tells you what's going on. Customer agreed to pay for site specifics. And then it gives you the list of all the stages that are going through. And it was signed by customer, sent to Sensei Digital. It was accepted. And then any of the notes and things that they want to leave you here, and it's been updated.
Wow. So you can really run your entire business in Sensei. I think I counted 3 or 4 tools in one, because you've got the builder, the CRM, the invoicing, the proposal. Does it do marketing too?
It does. It does even marketing.
Technically have and you can go in and create templates. So say you get leads that you haven't been able to get a hold of. You've been calling, you emailed them, text them, no one's called you. So at the end of each week, if you create an email template for your leads, you can use one of our predefined ones, or you can generate one from scratch. But what you can do is you can go into your leads here. Okay, so I have 2, but if this page was full and it had 100 there, I can just click here and email them all that template. Hey, end of the year sale, biggest sale yet. If you haven't gotten in touch with anyone, call us now. And you can reach out to so many people all within a couple of clicks of a button, send everybody an individual email based off the template that you have created. And that's just another way to try to capitalize on those leads that are already sitting there that you can't get a hold of. And another great example that I like to use this email template for, and Sensei is set up, is you are a lead until you decide to purchase something. So you do, for leads, you do a quote. But the moment you convert that quote into an order, the lead becomes a customer, the quote becomes an order. So after your buildings have been installed and everything went good, I like to tell dealers to go to their customers tab, and all of the ones that turned out really good, I like to come up with 2 stages, and that's install -happy and then install call for like upset customers and things like that. Obviously, you don't want to reach out to them for a review. So then you go into your customers, filter for that, not owner, but for that source, install -happy, install a do not call that you can create in the settings. And once you do that, at the end of the week, you can create an email template for all of your review, Google, Facebook, website, anywhere that you're capturing that data, and send everyone an email and try to use this tool to capitalize on getting more reviews to help build your brand and make it stronger.
Does your tool compare with Idearoom? It's something that people ask if they're getting started and they don't know which 3D builder. And I say Sensei, and then they come back and, well, I heard about this Idearoom too. I'd love to be able to say, I would choose Sensei because
Sensei is comprehensive. Well, that's one keyword that we have occupied in the minds of the customers. Like you said, 4 tools, and now you saw 5. Idearoom is a great tool, and powers who are behind it have done a great job, and I only have good words about them. But they don't match the functionality and the rapid deployment that Sensei has. the accuracy that Sensei has and the turnaround time on customization that Sensei has is hard to beat by anyone in the industry. And that's because we are from within the industry and we work very much hand in glove with all our manufacturing partners. So that makes us very nimble, very agile, and up to date and up to speed. Whole industry. The second thing I would say is that we don't charge based on your business size, but we charge based on your usage. While other tools do charge you a percentage and they want you to open up your tax filings or revenue documents, we never ask for those things. Since it's a very reasonably priced tool for what it offers, the value proposition is huge compared to the investment that you make in Sensei. But unfortunately, some other tools charge you based on how big you are, and we never will go that way. And I think I'm proud of that.
Yeah, and I'm sure with all the concerns about privacy, there's a lot of people who would find that a very big win, that you don't have to provide tax documents and things like that.
I think another thing is our customer service. And we built our brand by doing, what we say we're going to do. We're not perfect, but we really try to cater to the industry, both manufacturers and dealers alike. And if we don't have an answer, we like to get them an answer. And that's one of the biggest things for us, is just getting back to our clients, following up with them and making sure that we have a thorough understanding of exactly what they want so that we can implement it into the program. And then also we have built in the report error feature right into the 3D estimator. If you notice something is wrong, you're just able to hit report error. It captures a screenshot of your screen and you're able to skip right by having to call us, and it sends it directly to our customer service team, and they'll start getting you answers, and you get timely updates automatically when your issues are being worked on. I think that's something that we've been huge on, is our customer service here for the industry.
Very impressive. I think if anybody listening to this didn't know what to choose, they probably do now, right? Which 3D builder or CRM tool. Is there anything else you want to touch on before I wrap up?
Just one small thing, that we are keeping pace with the industry movements, and Sensei is not what it used to be back in 2020 or 21 or any of the years that have passed by. And it's not going to be the same 2 years down the line. And that's what we are proud of. We are proud of keeping up with the change. Change is the only thing that's stagnant and same. And I would want that change to be done and trying to match up the pace that this industry is evolving with. That's what it's going to be. So when we meet next year or 2 years hence, we'll have a completely different and a better evolved product to show you.
I can't wait to see what comes out next.
Thank you so much, Kerry, for having us here. We appreciate that.
And that wraps up today's episode. A huge thank you to Ashish Roy and Chris Dodd for joining us today and for sharing how Sensei can help metal building companies succeed. What's a good way for everyone listening to get in touch with you?
Yes. If you're looking to get in touch with someone here at the Sensei office, please give us a call at 336-515-7900. Either myself or one of our account managers will be happy to help you and assist you with your journey at Sensei.
Great. And be sure to follow us for more educational episodes here at The Digital's Growthcast. If you have any questions or want to learn more about how we can help your business thrive online, visit our website at thedigital.com. Thanks for listening.